Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, May 15th, 2019. We have another good week of comics coming, but then when do we not have a good week of comics? So I don't know. It's it's such a good time to be collecting right now. It's just awesome. So much of the stuff that's coming out is getting turned into shows and movies, and the writing is really good. The art is good. Oh, it's just such a good time to be collecting. Anyways, we'll get into it in just a second. As usual, I'll run through what I'm looking at, my top covers, top picks, and I'll talk about a few books. Thank you to all my subscribers, whether you're a YouTube subscriber or follower on Instagram. Really appreciate taking the time to get in touch with me, send me tips. You're all awesome. It's just a great community, great to be a part of it. Want to give a quick shout out to one of my followers on Instagram, Santiago Comics. He sent me a message yesterday. He said, "Hey, it's my birthday today, Jim." So I said, "Hey, it's all no problem." So I want to give him a shout out. It was his birthday yesterday. He turned 31. And so yeah, big happy birthday to you, Santiago Comics. He's saying he's 31. He's getting old. Yeah, wait till you hit your 50s or 60s, man. Then you'll start feeling the pain like I do every morning when you get up. But anyways, it's all good. So congrats on hitting your 31st birthday, my man. That is just awesome. And as far as a comic shop shout out this week, it is to Cloud City Comics in Syracuse, New York. The contact information and telephone number and everything and address is down in the comments as usual. So if you're in the area, stop by, say hello, set up a pull list. Looks like a cool shop. There's just a lot of, I like kind of those older buildings where you get the creaky floors and they've been around for a long time. It just looks really cool. Anyways, that Cloud City Comics in Syracuse, New York, you are my shout out today. So we'll get going into what I'm looking at this week. Start with my independents. The Devil's number 2 is out this week. Man, it's Devil's number 1 was pretty good, and that seems to be like 4 or 5 months between issues. I swear that came out in like January, and that was delayed too. So anyways, finally looks like now issue number 2 is out this week, just the one cover. I enjoyed the first one, and I want to see what's happened with it, because it's all about the Japanese during World War II and stuff, and we'll see where it goes. So anyways, that is out. From Dark Horse, this one looks really interesting. Last Stop on the Red Line number 1, just the one cover. Kind of a horror mystery kind of storyline. It looks pretty darn good, and I'm going to definitely pick that one up. It's going to most likely be a low print run on that one, so not sure if your shop will have that one, but I'm going to try and get it. Looks really good. From Image, Gideon Falls, which I've been on all the way through. I love that series, much like Ice Cream Man. 2 covers for that, so I'm definitely picking up Gideon Falls this week. Been really enjoying that all the way through. And Little Bird number 3, just one cover for that one. That is out this week as well. Devil's Due has got Alexandria or Ocasio-Cortez. There's a whole big long title for that. But anyways, it's a one-shot. She is an absolute wingnut. And for the love of God, if you are in the States and you get to vote and she is on the ballot, please do not vote for her, because she is a moron. But anyways, I'm going to pick up the comic if I can get it, because it's one of those weird titles that come out every once in a while. There was a Trump Force one a little while ago, so I don't know if my shop's I didn't get the Trump Force one. I don't know that my shop will bring that in, but I hope he does. But anyways, that's one I'm trying to get, even though she's an absolute wingnut. From DC, Aquaman 48, 2 covers for that one. Cover A has got a really cool Aquaman. Looks like he's about eaten by a shark. Reminds me of Jaws, and man, that scared the shit out of me as a kid. And then cover B is a Josh Middleton cover for all you Josh Middleton fans. And it looks like Aquaman meets up with the mysterious mother shark in this one. And I don't know if she's shown up before. I couldn't find a whole lot on her, and I'm not a huge Aquaman fan. I do buy comics, obviously, with Aquaman, but I don't know the entire history of Aquaman, so she may have been around before. I'm not 100% sure. Justice League 24, 2 covers for that one. And again, this is they're in the 6th dimension, and Superman's trapped on that planet and everything, so we're going to find out if he can get an escape from there and whatever else happens, and Perpetua and the whole story. I'm really enjoying Justice League. Enjoyed that all the way through. There's been a few issues that were kind of, when they went to Hawkworld, they weren't all that great, but the story overall has been pretty good. Big one from DC this week, I don't think I need to tell you about this one, is Naomi number 5, just the one cover. It looks like all the secrets are revealed, and this is a 6-part miniseries. This first run of Naomi, and then obviously she's, with being how popular it is, she'll branch off into something else. I don't know if she'll have her own title going forward, or she'll join Young Justice, or who knows what. But this one is because it's only a 6-parter. Everything that we're going to need to find out, you're going to have to find. They're going to have to kind of wrap it out in issue 6. So a lot of stuff is going to happen in this issue, and it's the first cover appearance with her and her new powers and suit and armor and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really good one to get. Obviously, every issue's been good to get so far. So that one looks to obviously pick up Naomi if you can. And a lot of shops under-ordered the first few issues, and it took until probably this issue before they were able to bump their orders up. So there'll likely be a little higher print run on number 5. But still, hey, it's a great one to get. Even still low compared to everything else, but hey, it'll be a little higher than the last few. Superman number 11, 2 covers for that one. Got Rol Gulzar and Superman, and it sounds like some secrets are revealed in that one too. So I'm going to definitely pick up that one. Probably just cover A. I like the cover A on that one. That's it from DC. From Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man number 21. There's 4 covers for this one. I'm probably going to try and get cover B because that's got that creepy villain on the cover. It's a Lionel Yu variant for that one. It's got that bandaged purple dude who's been showing up. We still don't know who that is or his name or anything. I hope we find out at some point. It'd be really nice because we're 21 issues in. Like, come on, guys. Stop dragging this out. Tell me who it is. Definitely grabbing, but like I say, Spider-Man to me they gotta pick it up. It's just been treading water. But anyways, I don't mean to dump on Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Daredevil number 5, 2 covers for that. This has been a good series so far. It's been, people haven't been getting on this one, but man, I really like it. I think it's really good. I'm just gonna probably grab cover A, but it's been a good series. Giant Man number 1 is out this week. It's a War of the Realms tie-in. And there's 3 covers for that one. I'm probably just going to try and get cover A. There is an incentive for cover C, but I just don't think my shop... He's not bringing a ton of these War of the Realm tie-ins in just because... and I think a lot of shops are doing this. There's just so many and they're not selling all that well. And that's why that new Agents of Atlas was such a good key comic to get last week because, man, all those first appearances in there, hang on to those. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would suggest hanging on to them. I know there's the temptation to just flip them, make some easy money. That's not something I do. I don't sell comics. But if you do, that's fine. I'm not putting you down for doing that. I mean, somebody's got to sell them in order for somebody else to buy them. So, whatever. But I'm just saying that I really think that one's going to be a good one down the road. So, anyways, that's kind of rambling on there. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. 2 covers for that one. And this is leading up to eventually the resurrection of Thanos. And in the next issue in the solicitation, it mentions the resurrection of Thanos. And I just got to show an image on the screen for Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. It shows Wraith on the cover. And I'm trying to remember, is he in? I got to go back and read some of these Guardians of the Galaxy comics. I don't think he's been in it so far, but maybe he has. I've been reading so many comics I can't remember for the life of me. But he's on the cover of issue number 6, so I don't know either Wraith is showing up in this one or next one, or he's already showed up. I gotta go double check that. But anyways, I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments if he's showing up before. So Guardians of the Galaxy number 5 is out this week. Definitely grabbing that one. Immortal Hulk number 17. Don't think I need to tell you about that one. 2 covers for that. I'm not a big fan. I like cover A is okay. As far as the Alex Ross covers go, it's not one of his best ones in my opinion, but I'm still, obviously, I love Immortal Hulk and I love Alex Ross. Grabbing that one. Cover B, I'm not a big fan of that. It looks like, I don't know, I just don't like that one, so I'm not getting it. But I will get cover A. War of the Realms number 4 is out this week, and this is the main War of the Realms title, not a tie-in. There's a ton of covers for this one. Jason Aaron is writing this one. I've been enjoying the actual main story, so I'm definitely picking that one up. That looks really good. I don't know about the variants. I mean, I'm probably just going to get cover A. There's just so many, and I can't get them all. And then there's 2 other War of the Realms tie-ins: Spider-Man and the League of Realms number 1. And you got 2 covers for that. I'm definitely going to pick one of those up. And then War Avengers number 1 is out with 2 covers for that one. And I don't know what's going on with Avengers, whether any of this stuff that's coming out in comics now is going to pan out down the road, but hey, I'm buying all of it, so I think my bases are covered. So anyways, that is it for my books this week. For covers, this is the first one I'm going to show you is Eerie Archives Volume 26. It's a hardcover book. It's $43. I'm not recommending you buy it. I just really like the cover on it. It's kind of a cool, it's got that 70s kind of fantasy artwork kind of vibe to it. I really like that. I'm not buying it, but I like the cover. Teen Titans number 30, cover B, is a Garner cover. That's a really nice cover. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5, you got your cover B Battle Lines variant. That is a pretty nice cover. And then you've got Old Man Quill number 5, cover B, your Battle Lines variant. That's a really nice cover as well. Those are the only covers that really kind of jumped out at me. There might be other ones you guys like, but that's what I looked at. For my top picks, Naomi number 5, that's an absolute buy this week. Secrets Revealed, it's her first cover appearance with their new powers and outfit and everything, so definitely grab that. I'm sure a lot of you have that at the top of your list anyways, so that is a good one. Immortal Hulk number 17, definitely picking that up. Looks like you're going to get your first full appearance of Red Harpy. And it looks like Joe Fixit is running around in the shadow base, so we'll see what happens with him and the tracker, or man tracker, I guess it is. A couple honorable mentions. Last Stop on the Red Line number 1 from Dark Horse. That one looks really interesting to me. It's going to be a low print run, and it seems like a lot of these companies are going these horror routes. So man, and that just sounds like a cool story. So I'm going to pick that one up. And also the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez one-shot, even though like I say, I think she's an absolute wingnut, I'm going to try and pick up that comic. So anyways, I just wanted to talk real quick about there's been a lot of buzz about Midnight Suns, and I talked about the whole run of Midnight Suns. The whole thing started with, if you remember back, I don't know how many, I've talked about it a couple times, a year ago and then several months ago. I'm just going to show the first one. Ghost Rider number 28 was the first title in that Midnight Suns run. There was one, there was Morbius, and there was, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them. But the reason I'm bringing this all up, and I showed this one before, is Ghost Rider 25 is actually, you get if you're getting into these Midnight Suns now, and you haven't picked these up when I mentioned it quite a while ago, just be aware that there is a full-page preview for each of the titles in the back of that Ghost Rider 25, and this came out several months, obviously, before Ghost Rider 28. It shows you like the Spirits of Vengeance. There's a full page on Spirits of Vengeance for June, and then it gives you a full page of Morbius in July, and Darkhold in August, and Night Stalkers in September, and obviously Ghost Rider is part of it too. So that is a really good comic to get, and it's been good for a while. I hope you got it several months ago when they were dirt cheap. They were only a couple dollars each. Was definitely the time to buy them. And these ones in the background are kind of tied in because, obviously you got Ghost Rider number 1, you've got Marvel Spotlight, The Sun is Sane with Hellstrom, and then you've got Ghost Rider number 2. These are all... these are a little pricier, obviously, and a little harder to come by, but if you got those, hang on to them. If you don't, and you come across them and the prices are right, they're definitely ones you want to try and pick up. And there's been a lot of buzz about Thor 337, talked about that, and possibly coming in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie and all that kind of stuff. 337 is obviously first full appearance of Beta Ray Bill, but don't forget about 338. That's the next issue, obviously, in the run. It's Walt Simonson artwork and everything, and he's on the cover still, and he's battling Thor, and it's a really good one to get. The price on this one is a lot cheaper, so if you can get that one, if you can't get 337, try to pick up 338 because it is a really good comic. And a spec book I want to talk about. I have to give a shout out to Seth over at Justice for Comics. He's been a subscriber of mine on YouTube for a long time, and we talk fairly regularly. And he comes up with some good spec stuff, and if you haven't checked out his channel, you should, because he puts out videos pretty regularly. But he was talking to me about Manhunter number 17, so there's an image of that one on the screen. And the reason for this one is it's the first appearance of Sportsmaster 2. It's not the first Sportsmaster. The very first Sportsmaster in the DC was actually an All-American Comics in number 85. That came out in 1947. But Sportsmaster 2 originated in this Manhunter number 17. And that is Victor Govert, and he's an African American football player who gets cut from a team and takes his anger out on the team by becoming the sports master too. But anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is Idris Elba has signed on to star in Suicide Squad reboot by James Gunn. And it was originally thought that he was going to be playing Deathstroke or Deadshot, and that's kind of been shot down, that he's not going to be doing that. And it sounds like he may be playing the Sportsmaster too, because it sounds like James Gunn is doing a reboot, but he's not bringing back all the same characters. It sounds like it's going to be kind of a whole different. I mean, there'll be some like Harley Quinn will be in there and stuff, but it's not going to. It's going to be the supporting cast will be different, and it makes sense because the first one was okay, but it was kind of a flop. So you want to bring in some new characters, and being that Victor Govert is an African American and Idris Elba is obviously in very good shape, so he'd be perfect to play that role, and that would be a cool character. And this comic is dirt cheap at the moment. The only thing I want to say about spec books, folks, remember this is an educated guess, and please, for the love of God, do not pay the stupid eBay prices. If this starts heating up, try to find it in back issue bins or some of the other sites like New Cadia or Scott's Comics or whatever. Try to pick them up there because what will happen is people will go buy up all the cheap copies, turn around, repost them at like $20 or $30. If the price goes from $2 to $3 to $20 to $30, you've missed the boat. And honestly, I can't recommend buying them on eBay for any spec book I talk about, or anybody else for that matter. You want to get in before the boat leaves dock. So anyways, just pointing that out for this comic. Manhunter 17 looks to be a good one. Came out in, I think it was 1988. I didn't write the year down. But there's potentials, or kind of the rumor is that Idris Elba may be Sportsmaster too. So that is a good one to look for if you can find it. Anyways, folks, take care. Happy hunting this week. I'll talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.